this one, as so many do, revolves around the quarterback position. We've got an interesting pairing here. Teddy Bridgewater and Deshaun Watson.
And Brandon, I think each one might be trying to play some form of keep away from the other, because when you think about time of possession and what that means in a game, it's great if you're able to hold on to the football and run your offense at your pace. And it also helps to keep the other guy's offense on the sideline. That's your goal for the game.
Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. Bringing them out is a Pro Bowler back in the 2015 campaign. He's now approaching a decade in the league. Is Teddy Bridgewater.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. If he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they get after them.
Well, why not getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down? They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. We'll get this up to about the 44. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 55 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Bridgewater. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with... The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater eluding the pressure right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
and that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one in the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
On second and goal, Bridgewater escaping the pressure. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. Sanders' kick is good, and the Bills' opening drive yields 3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. They find some open field here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Watson's throw complete there to Beckham. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 53 yards. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
Here's Watson. He completes it to Beckham. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Back to Mixon on second down. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have moved out in front. Footing always a concern, but the extra points up and go. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little... But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater forced out to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, I can spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Play action now. Bridgewater. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw is Bridgewater. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Javon Hargrave. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And it's caught. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Bridgewater now. That is caught by Williams for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes Danny Johnson now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Caught, right side, it's Lewis. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Dolphins at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first two games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that. And what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
From the 27, Watson. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a...
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line. Here's Watson on the sneak. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. They'll give it to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
Kick out of bounds.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Bridgewater. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Throwing, Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw, Watson. His throw incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Crossing the field, Beckham makes a catch. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Watson looks to throw again. That one into the hands of Beckham downfield. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First down for Odell Beckham Jr. We can finally say it, partner. OBJ got his ring. Really fit in with the Rams once he got there and was invaluable in leading them to a Super Bowl victory. Suffered a knee injury in that game, but he's back and ready for an encore in 2022.
To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
And they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan, Coach. But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here now time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Caught left side. It's Beckham. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Watson on 1st down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. From the gun to give to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Holding offense.
And that's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler. From the gun, here's Watson. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Now Watson. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And they're going to speed things up here. Watson's throw here into the hands of Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? That's into a crowd and intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Bills will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. Room here to run. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. A throw over the middle taken in by Troutman. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
To the right side, this is Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Bridgewater. Throw left side complete. That's Hardy. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and they'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. A shotgun snap for Watson. He completes it to Beckham. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 33. Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. And quickly, they get to the line. From the red zone now, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Odell Beckham, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. McManus's point after is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Bridgewater now. To the right side, complete to Taylor. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Bills on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Bridgewater. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he'll be out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A short gain there of just 4. That'll bring up...
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. On 1st and 10, Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Bills are right back in this football game. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Steps away. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They go play action. Bridgewater. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl quarterback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way. Makes a great play on the football and turns it into 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get him down here at the 23. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And he floated one out there, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He'll check this one down to Taylor. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. And again, it's Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. This has just really been a solid second half for them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top of that touchdown. Now he's got to play this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's the Buffalo as they get set to take over here. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And Watson's going to throw it here. Crossing the field, Beckham makes a catch. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. McManus now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Play fake. Bridgewater. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Throwing now, Watson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so.